Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is your home for gluten-free Bible study. It's all natural, no artificial ingredients. Today we're looking at verses 32 through 35, and I told you yesterday you don't want to miss this one. Man, this one's so good. Now I'm going to begin reading today in verse 31, just because 31 and 32 go so well together. They are a part of this what he has done device that the psalmist uses here. Let me read 31 and 32. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. The Lord shall rejoice in his works. He looketh on the earth, and it trembleth. He toucheth the hills, and they smoke. Now I'm going to pick up in 33 and 34 here in just a minute, but let's just deal with these two. His address to the reader, what he has done. This, as I said, this device that he's used back and forth throughout the psalm. He said it at the beginning. He went to the what you have done. He went back to the what he has done. Now he comes here again. Again, this is about God to the reader. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. Period. Hard stop. That is important. And it is that informs everything else that we've read. It informs the creation of all things. It informs his care and mercy for them. It informs his sovereignty over them. Because everything that he's doing is for his own glory. So the glory of the Lord shall endure forever. You know why? Because God himself will see to it that it endures forever. This is not dependent upon us or any other creature. It is our privilege to glorify him. But ladies and gentlemen, he will make sure that he gets the glory. The Lord shall rejoice in his works because they glorify him. He looks on the earth and it trembles. He touches the hills and they smoke. This, of course, still speaking of God's sovereignty. He does this, why? For the glory of the Lord. It glorifies him. And what it glorifies him, he rejoices in. These his works are terrible. The trembling earth, the smoking hills. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what he has done and what he's still doing. Verses 33 and 34, we have a switch now. The psalmist can't stand it any longer. And this is his eruption of praise. Notice all the first person pronouns here. I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. He just can't stand it any longer. He comes out here and he says, folks, this is what I'm going to do. So after he addresses the reader, then he just comes in with this, here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm about. I'm going to sing as long as I live. I'm going to sing praise to my God while I have my being. Notice that he names his God. He says, this is my God. And you say, well, which God is that? Well, the one that has done all of these things. The one who has planted the trees of Lebanon. The Lord who has made the storks to dwell in the fir trees. The Lord who gives the lion his meat. And Leviathan, he makes him to play in the sea. This is his God. I will sing unto my God while I have my being. So as long as I live. And he said that there in the first part. So we have this parallelism here in 33. 34, my meditation of him shall be sweet. What's he going to think about? He's going to think about the sovereignty and creation of God. He's going to think about the grand theology that has been expressed in the first part of 104 and the first part of 103. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Why is he going to be glad in the Lord? Well, maybe because the Lord's the one that takes away transgression. The Lord's the one who is merciful and loving kind. Perhaps that's the meditation that he's going to be thinking about. He will be glad in the Lord. And then we end with the same thing we began with. Bless thou the Lord, O my soul. Praise you the Lord. So we have the ending here just like the beginning. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will join me again next week as we look at Psalm 105 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.